Okay, I think I'll start the AMA today by first talking about the Aether LNT vault. I think we run our first few put option, and it's actually been quite successful. If you've been following the Aether Checker node, we launched the vault LNT Liquid Node Token vault about I would say like 6 months ago. Because of the delay in reward claiming for from Aether, there's a 6 months delay. So recently we started to actually accumulate to claim those accumulated rewards. So that's a really great news for the Aether LNT vault. So basically the people who have been holding the VATH token, now you can actually deposit the VATH into the put option sort of function in the on the app page. And whenever there's a emission, you can actually redeem the VATH to ATH at a zero point 0.8 ratio. One VATH equals zero point 0.8 ATH. This is quite good because uh, in this sense that the price it's kind of set at a zero point 0.8 or 80% face value for the vesting token to the actual token. So you can actually buy the VATH token at about 50% face value, hold it for a few days, and then claim it at 80%. So that's a great, um, like it's basically like arbitrage for like if you look at it right now, the next batch it's in 4 days to claim the put option. So if you buy at 50% and then sell in 4 days, you get the 30%. Basically, you have 4 days worth of risks. There's one catch, which is that the VATH claim put option, it's a first come, first serve mechanism, such that the vault only receives a set number of ATH token every batch. So as you can see on the page right now, it's 12,012 ATH to be claimed in 4 days. So that means the first 12,000-ish VATH get to actually claim. Um, and if you look at it right now, the total requested is actually 11 million. So it's actually quite competitive. If you haven't, there's basically a queue. If you haven't done so, and you want to claim the VATH to ATH, you probably should join the queue because we do have quite a few node holders, for the past 6 months who have used LNT Vault and they've been actively trading. So there's lots of VATH holders. So yeah, so this is a pretty popular option because basically that's how we kind of guarantee the price of VATH to ATH conversion. And it's the first time people's done this type of product, and overall, I think it's pretty big success on our for our product. The function works. The AMM has been working for the past 6 months, and the put option starts to work. And Yeah, it really shortened your vesting schedule from right now it's still 26 months, 28 months for their checker nodes life cycle to basically instantaneously. So kind of to summarize, the people who hold nodes, you can deposit the nodes and then get the ATH token, VATH token, which equals to the total VATH you can claim for the next 28 months. With that, you can use the AMM to sell or buy the VATH against ATH at a current price is about 50%. Now, this price has gone as low as I think as low as like 20% at some point, and as high as like 60s. So it's a range. Right now it's at about 50% face value. So you can actually sell all of your future Ether ATH token at about 50% value. Or nowadays there's also the put option, which is your option to redeem the VATH to ATH at a 0.8% ratio. Again, that is first come, first serve, and then there's already quite a few users who've requested. So these two options governs the price. Even if you don't do so, you just hold the VATH token. Eventually, by the end of the 28 months, you still kind of get uh, the the one-to-one conversion. Yeah. Let me check and check if I have internet is good. I think I am good. Yeah, so some of the questions we've gotten before, it's why this is called a put option. Um, so a put option, it's an option to sell from sort of the options product perspective. So this is similar, only that it's like you have the option to sell your VATH, your VT to the actual TATH, and then you don't have to execute that option. So this is like your option to redeem it. So we decided to kind of name it this like sort of using the options lingo. If you want to read more about how this works, there's a read more button at the right under the put option tab, where you can actually find more from our doc. But really, it's pretty straightforward. It's people request to sell, to redeem, and whenever the wallet receives the ATH, it distributes and burn the VATH. Yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. Overall, we've actually seen quite a bit of trading volume. If you actually look at the price chart for the 8-day VT to T VATH trading, on February 11th, there's actually a pretty big spike of VATH price to ATH, spiked up from like 47% face value to up to like 60. So people are actually trying to, I would say, like trying to snipe this, trying to get the VATH before the put option. So I think we're quite pleased that there are some pretty hardcore users been using their check LNT vault. And actually right after the spike in on February 11th, there's been quite a few deposits, kind of to if you actually see the activities tab, there's I think 20 nodes deposited to essentially like market make and then sell down the VATH to bring the price even. So yeah, basically, so it's a pretty, I would say like Aether's not doing great as far as the price goes, but this product is actually definitely served this purpose, which is to give people, the early investors, an exit, a way of getting liquidity, also giving people an avenue to trade is a AMM. There's no it's permissionless. There's no restriction whatsoever. And then on our part, we make sure everything works. We make sure that the checker node runs perfectly. We make sure that the VATH has the put option to redeem, and also eventually gets the one-to-one price conversion. Yeah. Yeah. So the LNT I think is pretty good. Not to mention the LPs for ATH has been earning quite a bit because there's always been volume. This is actually I think one of the most, if not the most traded ATH pairs across Arbitrum and Ethereum. So 30+% APY for ATH. That's for LPs. That's always been pretty good. The only thing is that we would love to see the ATH price becomes what it was last year. However, that's kind of out of our control. But nonetheless, happy to see that lots of users being able to find easy liquidity of their NFT nodes. Yeah, so that's that for their checker node. And I'll feel free to ask any questions. Let me actually I'll also probably check Discord for any potential questions that we haven't gotten to. Normally we do this type of MAs on Discord, but we're trying to make it more accessible to everybody. So nowadays trying to do it on X now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's that. Another thing, we're trying to launch the DOG LNT. Still kind of waiting for the DOG team, the foundation, to deposit some initial liquidity, similar to the LNT. They have the DOG AI alignment nodes. We would need some initial nodes to set up the wallet, and they're kind of just been waiting for them on that. I think that's a product that also getting ton of sort of user demands, because just because of the people who bought the nodes almost 2 years ago, and this is the first time that they're able to kind of trade those nodes. Yeah, because other than us, you would really have to try to sell the NFT, which is never been easy. Let me check our Discord as well. We're trying to answer everything. Sometimes we might have some couple hours delay for the Discord, and just because of the time zone differences, but we're trying to get to all of them. Yeah, pretty much all good. There's some tickets, I guess, but I think we're getting to all of those. Yeah, so that's that for the LNT side. At the same time, we're starting to accumulate revenue on the LVT. If you go to our website, it's kind of two products, sort of a dual products page. LVT, it's a general purpose LNT, because LNT stands for nodes. LVT, it's a vesting token, so it applies to anything from nodes to like just the sort of vanilla logged vesting contracts or team allocations, investor staffs, even like liquid staking tokens that are logged. Anything that, any sort of tokens or assets that you hold, but gives you a future cash flow, sort of anything that's kind of like a certificate that grants you future revenue or future return, future realized token, something like that. We could set up a vault for you for people to trade them. The core of it, it's I would say like twofold. The core of it is VT to T trading at a discount, because this is if you're a holder, you can sell the future returns at a discount today for liquidity. If you're a buyer, you can buy what's going to come in the future at a discount today, and realize those sort of time value of money. So that's the AMM. We build a Uniswap v4 hook custom curve AMM for that, because the second fold, which is that eventually there's going to be a price convergence of the VT to T. So as the vault starts to actually receive the vesting token from the source, we start to distribute those actual native token to the VT holders through something like the put option, which we just covered for Aether. And gradually, eventually, you get one-to-one conversion of the VT to T. That's why we have to build a custom curve, price curve, because the vanilla one, it's not reflective of this is something that's quite predictable that it's going to converge. Yeah, so in that sense, every vault has a life cycle. If you go to our VT vault, we have the Filecoin, locked vaults, story, say it's either 500 something days or 300 something days. So there's actually a due date for that. So the AMM also has a due date. By the end of the life cycle, we actually would manually converge everything one to one. Yeah, so basically, the LVT vault has been doing great. I think we're doing quite some good traction in terms of volumes. And then on our side, some of these vaults are starting to run the put options. And then whenever there's put option, we start to accumulate some revenue to kind of cover the cost of running these vaults, sometimes running these nodes. Yeah, so I think Filecoin started to run the put option a couple of days ago. Yeah, just check, and then the next batch of 5,000 fell. It's actually in 10 hours. And about 4.9 million VT fell requested, so pretty competitive as well. Yeah, so yeah, basically we are that's a one source of our revenue, which is from the put option of claiming. I think we are doing pretty good recently. I still have to check the dashboard for actual numbers. But the anticipation is all of these VT walls are going to start accumulate. At the same time, we're also trying to launch more walls like the DOG one and some other LSTs. In terms of TVL, let me actually check. I think we're right around like we reached our height before the all the crash and everything at I think 90 some million TVL for all the wallets included. Right now, because of the altcoin sort of bloodbath, we're at about 54 million. Still pretty good. I guess the growth has been pretty okay for this year. Of course, happy would love to see the overall sentiment turns, but for us, we just keep on building. Um, and Yeah, there's not that much that I wanted to cover. The main thing today that I wanted to kind of talk about would be the how to use the put option. And I think you guys are doing good for the as far as the Aether LNT vault goes. Also wanted to shout out to the repo LNT vault, which is doing actually pretty awesome. The Let me actually try to open the page to check the the repo LNT price, because I think the holders actually doing like if you actually hold the repo token or repo node, you should be pretty happy just because the price has been pretty strong. Actually check. So the life cycle is about 21 months remaining. And then if you see the VRepo to repo trading, it went from 26% face value to right now it's at 63%. So it basically VRepo you've 3x'd in about 2 months. And that I have to say that's actually pretty organic. Because like we're actually been monitoring this. Users are just been buying the VRepo. And let's see, the put option has actually been running for repo for like before Aether, because they don't have the delay. The repo mechanism is there's no delay. You just you buy the node, and then you start to receive the VRepo through us, and then you can redeem the VRepo to repo. So that's pretty cool, I guess, for community, for investors. For us as well, there's no delay. So yeah, so VRepo, the claim has been for the put option has been pretty, I guess, competitive, pretty popular. But I think not everybody is selling, so that's pretty cool. I like the repo community quite a bit, and there's been consistent buying of the VRepo to repo, uh, and at about 63% face value, it's actually quite close to the 80% conversion rate, which means that it's pretty efficient for this market. So for people who wanted to buy low for the repo token and then claim, it might not be good news, but because lots of people are thinking about the same thing, and then they've been buying. So yeah, so shout out to the repo team for kind of doing all these cool things with the AI data training, decentralized sort of AI training, and then also I think they have a data exchange for people to buy and sell data. Definitely definitely. And also built on Base, which is a pretty nice ecosystem. So that kind of made us deploy on Base. So our LNT vault for repo is on Base. So yeah, that's it's been a pretty fun ride with repo. Of course, hopefully to launch with the DOG, that's going to be a pretty big one because I think the DOG tokens FDV it's even higher than the Ether now. Because of course it's a newer token and everything. Um, so it's going to be a pretty big launch. We're just kind of waiting for them to for their action. Um, yeah, so let's see. There's not that much that I need to cover. Um, the team's been working pretty hard, and of course, and then we also had the ton of travels in February. I think some of us went to Hong Kong for the consensus. East Denver as well. We had sent one member to East Denver, and in March, I think there's gonna be something happening in Europe, ETHCC, which I'm not sure if you think this is a bear market, but the conferences does not seem that bearish, just by the amount of people and having a ton of good conversations as well. And for us, been also looking at some new products to build and launch more wallets for the current existing pipeline. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it from me. And as far as news goes, I think the market is kind of turning sort of recovered a tiny bit because of lots of people are saying that this is because the Jane Street sort of lawsuit that kind of stopped them. Allegedly, they were selling the Bitcoin at 10 a.m. Eastern time every day, and then because of the lawsuit, they stopped doing so. So who knows, right? So this is all kind of emotion right now, still developing. But this kind of emphasizes that what like the this type of things travel fast. Rumors becomes reality pretty fast, and the sentiments become reality just out of nowhere. So who knows if this is real? If it is, then I guess that's good because it kind of explained why there's been this this non-stop wave of selling. And it might be a good thing for the for Bitcoin in general. Because end of the day, this is not a crypto itself. It's still like pretty new and the BTC does not have like a sort of a traditional way of valuing it. So lots of the time it's going to be market determined, sentiment determined, and when things go bad long enough, it's gonna reverse, and then vice versa for the bull market as well. So yeah, so if you're in the market for this long, definitely thank you for staying with us uh, for these bumpy ride. And then hopefully the 2026 is going to be a productive year for us and for the industry in general. Cool. So I think that's all for today. We're about 30 minutes. So this will be posted, the recordings will be posted on our YouTube. And then if not, nothing changed, then next week we'll be back again. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.